Hello, very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News live on MTV Sports. I'm Shaheen Jurong-Party. First up, your headlines. 3 suspects arrested in connection to the murder of a bus conductor at the Tangol bus depot. President orders immediate relief assistance to those affected by the inclement weather. 400 suspected dengue patients at the Negombo Hospital. And finally, gunman kills 1 and wounds 3 at Christian College in Seattle. Now for the stories in detail, 3 suspects have been arrested by the Tangol police in connection to the recent murder of a bus conductor at the Tangol bus depot. The police media unit said that the suspects, who are residents of Tangol, were arrested last night and are being interrogated at present. The shooting occurred on the 4th of June at around 11:30 a.m. when 2 of the suspects had arrived on a motorcycle wearing masks and shot the victim before fleeing the scene. The victim was a 34-year-old resident of Tangol. President Mahinda Rajapaksa has advised respective officials to continue the process of providing relief to the public who have suffered due to floods. The President commended the dedication of government officials in rendering their service and said that it is their duty to provide relief to the public. The presidential media unit said that a committee consisting of ministers will be appointed to streamline the distribution of food and costs related to providing relief. Meanwhile, a number of areas around the country continue to remain inundated following floods caused due to inclement weather. According to our correspondent in Horana, the Walpita area remains submerged in nearly 10 feet of water as of last evening. As a result of the severe flooding, the final rites of an elderly person was conducted after taking the remains on a raft. Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology says that showers or thundershowers can develop in the western and Sabaragama provinces and also in the Gaul and Mathura districts. Deputy meteorologist P.D. Ananda Pereira elaborates further.
There will be showers or thundershowers at times in the western, Sabaragama and central provinces and in Gaul and Mathura districts. Heavy falls more than 100 millimeters are also likely at some places. Showers may extend to northwestern provinces too. Thundershowers will develop at several places in the Uva, north, central and eastern provinces during the afternoon or evening. Fairly strong winds can be expected along the western slope of the central hills at times. There may be temporary localized strong winds during thundershowers. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize the damage caused by lightning activities.
Now on to other local news. A motor accident took place when a van crashed into a house in the Sudugala area in Pallebada on the Ambalipitia-Ratnapura main road. According to our correspondents, the van, which was en route to Ambalipitia from Ratnapura, had crashed into the house at around 6:15 this morning. Now, although damages were caused to the house, no injuries were reported as there was no one in the house at the time of the accident. Meanwhile, Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratna says that the country's roads need to be expanded in order to develop the country and prevent accidents. The Premier made this statement while participating at a function in Gampola yesterday. The function was held to reopen the public bus halt after it was renovated under the Gampola Town Development Programme. There are not enough roads in this country. At the moment, there are 50,000 vehicles in the harbour. How would people travel when these vehicles are put on the roads? Almost 2,000 people have died by road accidents while around 8,000 people have been injured. We need to protect our citizens from this. Therefore, we need to expand our road network. The government will do this after paying attention to the demographics of the area. The government plans on building multi-lane and multi-level roads in the near future. It is with this type of intention that we are planning on developing this town. Now making headlines this afternoon, the epidemiology unit of the Ministry of Health states that around 12,207 dengue cases have been reported so far this year. A majority of the dengue patients have been reported from the Colombo district, with the number standing at 4,473, while 1,997 dengue cases have been reported from the Gampa district. Medical Superintendent Champa Jayantha Alovihara stated that 406 suspected dengue patients are currently receiving in-house treatment at the Negombo Hospital.
Director of the Negombo Hospital, Champa Jayantha Alovihara, stated that so far around 2,000 patients are receiving treatment for dengue. The health director also stated that apart from the male, female and children's wards, a separate ward has been allocated as a special dengue unit and 20 patients are currently receiving treatment there. The director of the hospital stated that 56 patients have been reported as victims as of today and are currently receiving treatment at the hospital.
The circular to enroll students for grade 1 classes next year have been issued. Secretary to the Ministry of Education, Anuruddha Dissanayake, said that applications for grade 1 students to gain admission to all schools, including national schools, can be forwarded. He added that the new circular has no major differences with the one issued last year. In other local news, 100 more days remain for the Asian Pacific Postal Union Executive Council meeting, which is hosted by Sri Lanka. Programs to create awareness on the meeting was held in Colombo yesterday under the patronage of Minister of Postal Services Jiwan Kumar Ranatunga. The Asian Pacific Postal Union Executive Council meeting is scheduled to be held in Colombo from the 15th to the 19th of September. The 51st meeting is hosted by the Ministry of Postal Services and Department of Posts of Sri Lanka. 32 postal administrations of the Asian Pacific region and observers alongside around 150 officials are to participate in the meeting.
විශේෂයෙන්ම මම දකින්නේ මේ සමුළුවේදී අපිට ලැබෙන දේට වඩා
rather than this meeting benefiting us, I am looking at this in a way where it could benefit the entire nation. Because if you look at the situation of the country's postal service back then, it was carried out with great difficulty. But today we are in a position where the postal service is being carried out in a respectable and trustworthy manner through the introduction of new technology. This meeting will assist us to develop our services further, but we cannot rely on this meeting alone. However, it will help us greatly. And that wraps up Lunchtime News. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Shahan Jarampati. Goodbye and take care.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.